Their eerie story. And don't forget to follow and like so I can get you all the stories about mystery, history, conspiracy, and everything in between. So the story I'm about to tell you, I feel like has happened to a lot of people, and you'll understand after you've heard the story if this has happened to you. One day, a bunch of my cousins were playing in the front yard in a rural area, since on the weekends all the family likes to hang out together. So we were having fun, and we see our grandpa walk towards the house, and we all greet him with smiles, and he walks up to us on the porch into the house and hangs up his hat by the door. We continue playing until we hear crying from the inside of the house, and my uncle driving up really fast in the driveway. We all rush to see what's going on and see everybody bunched up in the kitchen crying, telling us that our grandpa had died earlier that morning, and they had just found out. We looked at each other and told the grown-ups, no, we just saw him come into the house, and nobody believed us. And then we rushed to the door to where his hat was hanging right there where he left it. He didn't ever go anywhere without that hat. So me and my cousins are running all over the house calling for him while our parents are so quiet and freaking out. He actually did die earlier that morning, and my grandmother couldn't find his hat anywhere in the house. We left the hat where it was, and nobody ever touched it. Sounds like Grandpa was saying goodbye. Story 2. In the early 1980s, my dad is working a summer job at Yellowstone National Park. Him and a friend went to the top of the mountains. They set up their tent inside of an Indian pit, a man-made hole dug out by Native Americans hundreds of years ago. Late in the night, my dad wakes up to use the bathroom. He crawled out of the tent, out of the pit, and went to a walking respectable distance away from the tent. Suddenly, he felt a hand on his shoulder pull him backwards. My dad called out, "Hey, Mark, what are you doing?" He turns around, turns on his flashlight, and there's nobody there. He shines the light at his feet and discovers the next couple of steps he would have taken would have directly fallen over a steep cliff. He did his business and hurried back to the tent. The next morning, 2 of his friends are waking up, and his buddy says to him, "I know this sounds crazy, but I woke up in the middle of the night, and I swear to you, there's an Indian man standing outside our tent. Whatever really happened that night, my dad is now alive. Still, he met my mom at Yellowstone, and here I am writing the story today." What is a crazy experience you have ever had? If you'd like to drop in the comments or connect with me, I would love to share your story on here if you are willing. I love getting into this stuff.